the model FIFA have, where parent or grandparent would be a factor in maybe a longer form of naturalization of several years. Would that be something you consider when it comes to sort of broadening the player pool for national teams?
No, we will not go in that direction due to the specificities that we have in our sport. We have 2-3 big markets that produce players that are connected to a number of other countries, and that would lead to national teams that have very little to nothing to do with the level of basketball and the development of basketball in a country. We have United States, as you know, that has a use-only approach. You are born there, you have a passport, but of course you may at the same time have another passport due to a father, grandfather, etc. So as a rule, the central board is clear: one naturalized player. Number one, this is a principle that I don't see changing. And number two, the criteria for how someone gets the eligibility is clear. You have the passport, you're eligible. Now, if you had the passport after the age of 16, we have to see if you had significant links with the country. And if you didn't, then you fall under the naturalized category. Very difficult rule. I spent this year in our continental assemblies quite a lot of time re-explaining it to our members. We'll understand it, but when we have our own case, everybody forgets the rule and says, I would like a different rule. And then when we say, propose to us a rule that will bring a fairer result from a competitiveness point of view, nobody has proposed something better than that, I have to be honest with you. So we're sticking to this rule, and we have a very experienced team that is reviewing the eligibility and the application of this rule, and we have to be very responsible on how we deal with that.
Thank you. Question in the third row, yes.
Eric Gordon recently switched from Team USA to Bahamas, and despite playing for the Team USA in FIBA competitions, and there's Clay Thompson also said that he considers joining Bahamas. What do you think about this particular case of him potentially joining Bahamas as the second former Team USA player? And how it goes with FIBA, I'm concerned that it might kind of open a Pandora box for some other teams potentially to strengthen their rosters. Thank you.
Thank you. As a policy, I try to avoid making comments on individual eligibility cases. I understand the question. The rule is, if you played after the age of 17, you cannot change unless there are specific circumstances that justify the change, that you go back to your country of origin. And there we look at a number of criteria. One of them is how long ago you played for the other country. So I think I'm indirectly trying to answer your question, but I don't want to tell you exactly how we dealt with that file or how we will deal in the future with the other file. To the second part of your sentence, yes, we're concerned in the sense that we cannot use this exception, which lies with the discretion of the Secretary General, in order to open a Pandora's box. So I have been exercising it in a very careful way, and I will continue doing so.